everyone, I'm Kim Redding, and I'm here today with Paige Austin. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So we're in the Harvest community, and I just want you to introduce or tell us what you do and what your title is.
Yeah, so I'm the lifestyle manager here at Harvest. I've been here for 10 years, starting my 11th year. And my job is to create a sense of community, culture. It's creating events, it's helping neighbors meet their friends and providing those introductions so that when you move in, you feel like you know people and you got to meet your best friends and have a great time. And then all the programming that goes with that.
Well, and so tell me a little bit about your background before you got here.
I was an event planner, high-level event planner for Laura Bush at the White House for 7.5 years, and then worked at a big PR firm doing community relations, community partnerships, social media, content producer, all kinds of things.
Right.
Yeah.
You've done everything.
Yes, basically.
What made you decide to go, okay, I'm going to stop and I'm going to come work for this company called Hillwood?
All the stars aligned. Right. The PR firm I worked for, like 75% of my business was government contracts.
Okay.
So when a new administration came in and kind of got rid of a lot of government contracts, our PR firm had to let a lot of people go.
Right.
And so I was one of those folks. And my friend here in Dallas, her mom is like the senior vice president at First Service Residential,
right,
which is the HOA management company.
Okay.
And they're like, hey, Hillwood's hiring this position. It's called a lifestyle manager. It's this new thing they want to try to figure out. And she told me what the job was. I'm like, that sounds fun. I just get to dream and play and create and talk to people. And so I'm like, oh, I can check that out.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And I've stayed, 11 years later.
So I have a background in this because I've lived here for this many years. So I knew when she came at the beginning, and to me, it was a new concept because you've heard of community people and you'd have like something on the calendar. And I always say this is like being on a cruise ship because she created that and you invented that. So tell me how it started. Like, if you look at it 10 years ago and where it is now, what do you think about that?
So, I mean, I've come a long way in my creativity, but I will say like a lot of communities offer lifestyle, but it's just the Hillwood version of it.
Right.
Is they want it from day one.
Right.
So most developers don't bring someone in until, gosh, there's enough homes on the ground to support the lifestyle salary and the budget and all that stuff.
Right.
Hillwood pays it out of pocket because they know the value of having someone from day one to help create that culture. Because if you wait till everyone moves in, it's really hard. Then you just end up with what a lot of communities have, a big Easter event, a big Christmas event, like 1 or 2 events a year versus we do almost 300 events a year. Our calendars have 12 to 18 events per month.
Right.
And so it's just a bigger scope.
Listen to how many events she has. And she's inspired other communities to do it. Like she facilitates this to other communities. So yeah, I don't see how you're not exhausted, Well,
I will say it's been helpful when we hit 2,000 homes.
Right.
That's a lot of people if you average 4 person per home.
Yes.
Roughly. I got to a point where I was just being reactive.
Right.
So I wasn't able to be as creative and just kind of, I couldn't keep up. I couldn't sit down with a homeowner like this because I'm like, too much work. So we hired an assistant lifestyle manager, and that has been super helpful. And so it's both of us tag teaming and planning and creating and staying on top of trends because you don't ever want to create, like sure, we do something around the holidays. We should do 4th of July, we do summer, but we try to add new things, new elements, like what's trending, Mahjong, that's a new thing, bringing that to the community. So staying up to date of what's cool, what's trending, what people want, and making sure that our program reflects that.
Well, and I was going to say, what's cool about that when she says it reflects their program, it is for littles all the way up to seniors.
Yes.
Some people think it's only people with families. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. Some people have asked, is this a retirement community? And I'm like, oh no, we have a full range of from people from every walks of life or every season of life.
Right.
From single family, newly married, to kids, to no kids, to empty nesters, to retire. I mean, we have everyone. So my programs have to, all the events have to have something for everyone. I just want everyone to feel like they belong in Harvest, not just the little kids. So
no, and that's it. Like I even have some seniors that have moved here that they're here for their grandkids, and mom and dad don't live in this area, but they are in all the events because you're here. So I see while the parents are at work, the grandparents are taking the little ones to the programs.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool.
And they're involved in our 50+ group, and they're going antique shopping, they're doing lunch, they go on hiking during the day, they have bingo at night, they plan a lot of events for their age group. So it's fun, something for them and for their grandkids.
It really is like being on a cruise ship. But what's cool about it is she's made this community, and I know she won't say this, but she's made this community something to want to be at, just from everything that she's created, from her teaching others how to be part of a community, because some people don't want to be part of the community or don't know how to be one and involved in one. So she's part of that. And tell us, I know you don't like this, tell me about your awards and the things that you won for creating this and different ones.
It actually is really humbling and cool. So the McSam Awards, which is the Dallas Builder Association award, it's been around for like almost 50 years, and they award like the Developer of the Year, Sales Consultant of the Year, marketing type stuff. And Harvest in 2016 or 2017, we were up for like Community of the Year, and the judges came out and they met me. They saw this lifestyle. We're like, what is this?
Right.
And so I got to explain what our lifestyle program is, and they were like, this needs to be an award category because this program is selling homes.
Right.
And I'm like, it is. I don't get commission, but yes, it does sell homes.
Right.
And so the next year, they launched the first award for Lifestyle Director of the Year and Best Lifestyle Program of the Year. And I was the first recipient of the award, which was really fun. And yeah, I've won it. I just won this year. So that's 8 times. Every time I've been entered, I've been very fortunate to win.
Yeah.
And then I won, they created at the national level, the National Association of Home Builders, and so I've won that 3 times.
I think you should be a consultant for other people. Don't you go to other communities sometimes?
So I work for First Service Residential, so I can help them mentor the First Service folks, and also Hillwood is a client, and so we also try to keep things, client privilege. This is kind of something that they want, that they invested in. So
that's what I was, okay, so that's how Hillwood plays into that. So you're First Residential and you go and Hillwood's a client.
Yes, they hire us to be their HOA management company.
Okay. So I have a couple other questions, more fun questions. So I have them written down, so I'll know. Okay. So how would you describe the vibe or personality of Harvest?
Well, I would probably say like a Royal Caribbean ship. Kind of like I think everyone's excited to be here. People love they love to come to events. They're very active. They're very social.
Right.
They take in the scenery. They do the things. So I
agree. Like when our kids were little, they did everything here, and I love that, but I also love the safety part of it, that they met friends along the way, that they'll just go up to their house, or they'll go do events together now that they're older, or even sell things at the market day.
Yes,
fun things. All right, so you kind of already answered this. What makes Harvest different from other communities here in North Texas or anywhere?
I think it's just the investment from the developer, putting this in from day one.
Yeah.
And building it into the program. So it's a sustainable program. We're 100% funded by the HOA.
Right.
So if the developer left tomorrow, you could still enjoy the same life that you've been enjoying. Most developers will bring in, do these big events, these wine festivals and hot air balloon, and then once the community sells out, that all leaves and goes away. Our budget, our salary, everything is built into the HOA. So I think if you've got the dedication from the developer, the vision, and then the community buys into it because they buy into that culture. People move here wanting that culture.
Well, and I like the idea that you said it's right when they move in.
Day one.
Okay. All right. So what trends are you seeing in real estate at Harvest? Like why are people moving in and out of the people that you met, the stories that why are they?
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
So typically if someone moves away, I always want to ask, why are you moving? Is it something that I did? But most people who are moving out, they get job transfers, or their kids, they have grandbabies and they moved to Florida, so they're moving across the country for that. I've never heard anybody really moving just locally, unless it's just for their job.
That's a good point, because I've seen that too, just being here.
Or they want more space. Their kids have graduated and now they want to live on 2 or 3 acres of land.
Right.
So I think that's kind of what I've seen.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people move here because of the programs that you develop.
Yes, the schools, the safety, the still close ability to the interstate, to DFW. You don't have to go, it's not like you have to travel 20 minutes down the road just to get to 35.
Right.
You know, I
Right.
think that's huge too. And then also being close to the airport for people who travel all the time.
That's what gets people here too. So I was going to say 35 and the schools. You're at Argyle ISD and Northwest ISD. So
Top A-rated schools. A-rated schools.
yeah. What do residents say here? You've met a lot after them living here for a while. So what has made them stay and what have you enjoyed about them?
I love when they call me a cruise director. That's really fun. Yeah. No, lots of people do. I like when people say I've never lived in a community like this before. Like I know my neighbors. My kids have a lot of friends here. Like I feel safe. I've met my best friends here. I love when I see pictures on Facebook and like it's neighbors going on a trip together.
Right.
You know, it's like they met here in Harvest and now they're going on vacations together. And I just think that's really cool because they're meeting lifelong friends.
Right.
I loved it. I met this teenager. He moved in and he was mad. He didn't want to leave. He didn't want to be here. Because, you know, it's hard moving as a high school kid.
Right.
And, you know, fast forward a year and a half, he's part of our teen council. And he's like, I've got more friends here than I ever did back in Arizona. Like, I don't miss Arizona at all. And
see, and that's what I
huge.
like that you're vested not only in the community, but the people.
Yeah.
We had some neighbors that moved to bigger land, and she was one that posted a picture of when they first moved in and then when they left. And so it's nice that like you see someone that cares about what they do, and that's you.
I've been to 4 weddings
Yes.
of kids I met when they were in 5th grade.
I love that.
And now they're married.
And graduation.
Yes, yeah, they're like they're 24. You know, it's really weird. You know, because I still see them as a chunky 5th grader, and now they're like 7'1". They're ordering a beer at lunch, and I'm like, wait, no, you're 24. You can do that. It's weird.
It's cool. I think it's so cool because you're part of their family, and that's the trust that the kids have that they can come around and go, oh, there's Paige. Yeah. Okay. Community loves George. If you don't know who George is, it's her little baby. So tell us a little bit about George and some fun facts. You want to now?
He's sleeping.
Come here. That's okay.
You just gotta say hi. You want to say hi? There we go. This is George. He's our community mascot. He comes to work every day since he was 8 weeks old. What's been really cool about having a dog, I've never been a dog person, like ever. This is my first dog ever.
Okay.
The developer told me to get a dog.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, why don't you get a dog? You're single, like, you know, he would keep you company. And I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, you can bring him to work every day. And I'm like, well, maybe. And then I got him, and he's changed my whole life, obviously. But he's also opened my eyes to a whole new demographic of people.
Right.
So I host events now that are like, he did his, okay, go back to bed. He did his George's Beg Hunt, which I put Easter eggs on the ground, but they were filled with dog treats instead of candy. And we had the Easter bunny there, and we had a pet person there with passing out pup cups.
You did that?
Yeah, we do a patriotic party, you know, patriotic party, but for dogs. We did a Mardi Paws for Mardi Gras. We do Santa Paws.
Creative. Stop. Of course I miss this. I have 3 dogs and a grand dog, you know, but I'm looking over at my daughter's.
The Halloween, we do a dog costume contest. Super fun. But you get people who come to those events and they're like, we only go to the dog events. And it's like, what? It's like, I've been missing you for like so many years.
Where'd you reach your audience?
Yeah, and so it's also great because dogs is a very social thing.
Yeah.
And we do yappy hours, and you bring adult beverages and dog beer. I knew there was a thing as dog beer, and people like get to meet each other. Yes, and then they make like, hey, I'll meet you at the dog park. Let's go to the dog park. Let me get your number. So now they're connecting to other dog people, which is great. I know. Who would have thought? I didn't know.
And of course, because she's gifted and talented above, you got him certified and you volunteer at the hospital, right?
Yes, so he's a certified therapy dog, and I did that because we have 3 site schools here, and I wanted to bring him to the school to read to the children, but they have to either be a service dog, which if he's a service dog, you can't pet him.
Okay.
Or a therapy dog. And so I did the therapy dog training with him, and so he's certified, he's insured, and so yeah, we go to the schools, police station, the local fire station, and I do the hospital once a week by my house. Yeah.
And he's fantastic. So come and meet George, of course.
George is always in the office.
All right. So what's your favorite drink at the Farmhouse Coffee Shop?
Okay, well, I do like the diabetes in a cup.
Okay.
But I only get the sample size, but it's the Granita.
Yeah.
Because it's so good. It's like a slushy, frozen slushy coffee thing.
Okay.
And you could put caramel in there, you can put chocolate in there. It's so good. But for my healthy-ish drink, it's something that they created for me, actually.
Okay.
It's like Christmas in a cup. It's spiced chai, but only half a scoop because a full scoop is like 17 grams of sugar. So do half a scoop.
Right.
Sugar-free vanilla, sugar-free hazelnut,
That
and
sounds amazing.
sugar-free almond milk. And it's so yum.
Okay, so
there.
I like chai. I didn't realize there was that much sugar in chai.
Yes, I didn't either. Or maybe it's just a spiced chai. I don't know.
Okay, so chai.
Spiced chai. So half a scoop of
Okay.
spiced chai, sugar-free hazelnut, sugar-free vanilla,
And almond milk.
and almond milk. And then they put espresso in there too. But
I can do that.
Yeah.
Do you run on coffee? You like coffee?
yeah, it's more of a habit, I think. I can run without it, but I think it's just, I'm not a morning person.
Yeah.
So when people ask for a meeting, it's typically anytime after 10.
Yeah. I've learned that.
Yeah.
I know that.
But if you, also, I mean,
But she's also here on the weekend. She's
So
here.
10, 11, if you look at my posts and when I post things, it's pretty late. I'm a night owl.
Oh, if you could plan a big community event with no budget, what would you do?
No budget.
No budget.
Wait, like unlimited budget or no budget?
Well, no unlimited budget.
Okay.
Unlimited.
Well, I would probably bring Luke Bryan and Taylor Swift to perform.
Of course.
Because I think all the kids would love Taylor Swift, and then Luke Bryan, I mean, who doesn't like Luke Bryan? So I would do like a big music fest.
Yeah.
So think like
Like a South by Southwest, but a hard.
or like Coachella, but call it Porchella
Okay,
at the
let's do
porch,
that.
as with a front porch amenity. So I would do a big Porchella event.
This is the marketing thing coming. It would have taken me days to think of just something simple like that.
I would do a huge Porchella and have maybe on the event lawn have stuff for the little kids, bring in little entertainers for the little kids,
Right.
but have the different stages for the different performers for everyone else. Food trucks.
I need her to have
Denton County Brewing would come sell their beer and
Yes. Something that we're all.
come on.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna want that one day. So come on.
I did do for our 10th anniversary. I did do the Emerald City Band.
Oh yeah, they're wonderful.
Huge concert, not cheap, but I was able to get anniversary sponsors.
Right.
So I got the whole entire thing sponsored because the local community gave back, and we had a huge concert. We had adult beverages, we had photo booths. It was great.
Well, and they're an engaging band.
They are.
I
They're
love
so
that.
fun. They get in the crowd and dance.
This one. So, what would be your theme song as a community director?
My theme song.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the day. Some days it's "I Will Survive." Other times it's, I would say, some pump up song. I don't know.
Okay. We'll have to.
I have to think about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know these questions in advance.
No, she didn't. And I'm gonna do this. All right. This or that. I have a few more, and we're done. All right.
No, good.
Good. Okay. Suburbs or city?
Now in my life, suburbs.
Okay. Dream kitchen or walk-in closet?
Walk-in closet.
Really?
I'm not a cook.
Oh, I thought you had said a big kitchen. That's good.
No, I mean I like kitchens, but I'm more of a shopper, so I would sit in the closet.
All right. This is easy. Late night or early mornings?
No, late night.
Messy or organized?
I mean, can it be both?
Yeah.
I mean, organized chaos.
Yes.
I live in the organized chaos.
World's tear.
I do though. I will say, if my desk gets too crazy, I can't function. I have to put everything away, make it neat and clean again, and start over. So I don't know. I'm a little in the middle.
I'm the same. All right. TikTok or Instagram?
Let's see. I use Instagram more.
Right.
TikTok is more of a release or a fun trend with teens. So Instagram probably.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering.
You're welcome.
So I got to ask her a lot of questions, which I wanted you to get to know. Actually, one of the foundations of Harvest. Yeah. So she puts a lot of love into what she does, and you got to come check. Of course, Harvest out, but you need to come meet Paige, meet George, and learn and ask about the community. Know what it's like to be on the cruise ship and what it is to have your family or neighbors or people. You know what? You can even close the door and not meet people, but go out when you want to.
That's right.
So there's a lot of different things, but I appreciate your time.
Of course. And the only parting word I would say when you're looking for a community with events and activity like this, everyone's going to promise you this life.
Yes.
But it doesn't always deliver at this level. And so I always tell prospects when they're looking, because they're like, oh, we're looking at different communities that have lifestyle. I'm just ask what that means.
Right.
What does lifestyle mean there? What does that look like? And then is it funded by the HOA, or is it in the HOA budget, or is it where's the funding source from that? Because again, it's bait and switch a lot of times for these communities. And so you don't want to move in thinking, oh, it's going to be great, all these events, and then the developer leaves and now you have nothing.
Right.
And then you're like, wow, this is not why I moved here.
No, that's another.
So it's just kind of things that ask questions. And if they have on-site people, HOA, we don't get a profit, we don't get a commission. And so we're always here to help with realtors or prospects to answer questions.
Good. That's what I wanted to ask about, because that's why I also wanted to interview you, because You see that. I've seen
all the
that.
time. Yeah.
And people don't know to ask that. Like, ask a little more questions when you go to different communities.
Yes. I mean, I hear Tim all the time say, I'm sorry I wasn't at your closing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what, everything's online. It's all available.
It is.
It's all, I would have loved to help you before, or told you the answer, but you have to come and ask us.
Yeah. And that's just doing your research. So make sure to do that. Come visit us. Let us know what you think as well. Yeah. Y'all are such a blessing, you and George. So thank you again. Thanks for watching. And always remember, you belong here.
You do.